Hey, what's going on YouTube? Free to play gaming here. Hey, I've been playing this game. It's been out for a while already. I'm kind of late to the game, but it's called Ace Fishing Wild Catch. And I searched everywhere I could. There's no forums for this game. It's a Come to Us game, just like Summoner's War. A lot of you probably know me from Summoner's War, but if you're just tuning in for the first time for this video, I've played quite a few free to play games and done quite well, and I'm going to give some tips and tricks on how to be a free to play player and make the most out of this game. So yeah, there's no videos or guide videos or forums that I could hardly find anywhere for this. If there are some, please post in the comments below. I'd like to, get a better idea of how to, if my tips are actually worthwhile, and I need tips myself. As you can see, I'm only a level 44, but I've been playing for about a month now. Been playing pretty hard, so I think I have enough tips to give a new player that would be useful and beneficial for this game. So I'm just going to kind of spitball and let's take a look at this is the main menu. This is your option menu. You can click on the menu and insert your Hive ID if you already have one for other Com2Us games. I kind of recommend that. Saves your password, makes it a little more secure login than Facebook. Plus, you get to change your icon online and things like that. Quests, you're going to get a quest for every new map you unlock. You're going to get a series of quests for each map. That's one of the easiest ways to earn experience and level up in this game. Unfortunately, they don't take you that far. You still have to catch a lot of fish to earn more experience. Your settings, you can change the sound. There's a couple other settings. You can either turn sound and music on or off. Rankings, this is pretty cool. This is where you can see where you're currently ranked for the week. See, this ends in 3 days, and I'm not even ranked, but it shows you how many points you have. You earn ranking points for each fish you catch, and that can be important later on. We might as well talk about it. One of the first things you should do in any of these free to play games is just go to the chat and request to be everybody's friend, or try to make friends with these people. You can click on it and request friend. You can add right here. The more friends you have, there's two benefits to this game as far as friends go. One is they're going to, every time they use your pearl, which is kind of an accessory that you add on to your fishing equipment that gives bonuses, you can use your friend's pearls once a day. And I'm going to relate this to Summoner's War a lot because a lot of the viewers that I have are Summoner's War players. It's kind of like giving a friend a heart to get the plus 10 summoning heart things every day. But you can use your friend's pearls once a day. So if they use your pearl, you get 10 pearl experience. You need pearl experience to level up your pearls. They can be 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. It's just like leveling up monsters in Summoner's War. It takes a different amount of pearls to, you have to feed them to 1 pearl to level it up to the next level. That's the only guide online I could find. I'll post a link to it, and it's a pretty good pearl guide. Some of the stuff that he talks about may not be 100% accurate, but I'll post the link, and it's a lot of great information. The best guide I could find on anything in this game. The other benefit of having friends is okay, so they use your pearls, you get pearl experience, and they can also send you energy. You can have up to 100 friends, and you can send energy to up to 30 per day. So if you go to menu, invite friends, no, click your friends down here, and this is where you can send energy to your friends per day. So having high points and playing this game more will ensure that you show up at the top of your friends list, and it's just easier to give the people at the top of your list. They're just going to go through here and click their first 30 energy. So if you're a high ranking player or not, if you play the game a lot, you're going to have more points than other players. It's easier for the high ranking players to have more points, so being a high level does help in that regard. But you do want this energy. You're going to get 1 energy every 10 minutes you're in this game or out of the game. It refills over time. So yeah, having friends is a huge advantage. Make as many friends as you can as quick as you can. Right now I have 86, which is pretty good. I have more energy than I can really use, mainly because I don't have a very strong rod and reel. So it takes me a little bit longer to catch the fish, which I'm okay with, playing free to play. I'll talk about why I'm saving some of my other stuff until I hit a certain level because I think that's going to be very beneficial to the long term of your game, especially if you're free to play. If you have a lot of cash to spend, um, you don't have to wait till you're level 50 is what I'm recommending here. Anyways, okay, so back to the menu. Let's take another quick look. Fish list. So when you start off this game, you're going to only have one area unlocked. I clicked go fishing here. It should hopefully show me the different areas I've unlocked. So it automatically goes to whatever stage you're the farthest in. So I can participate in this level 43 because I'm level 44. When you start the game, you're only going to have Hawaii unlocked. You're only going to have Waikiki Beach. You're going to have a series of quests. As you go through those quests, you're also going to unlock a fish list. You're probably not going to collect all the fish for Hawaii as you're going through because you level pretty quickly the first 20 levels, especially the first 10. Then it starts slowing down a little, then it really starts slowing down. Then when you get into the 30s and 40s, it can become quite a grind. We'll talk about that later. But there's anywhere between, I think, 15 and 17, maybe 19 different kinds of fish once you unlock the hidden fish from Mariana. Um, so you can just click on one of them, you can enter, and it tells you the species caught up here. But you also have a fish list, which you can only access from the main menu. I believe you can only do it from the main menu. There's probably other ways. But as you catch these different series of fish, you can unlock these types of bonuses, rewards as well. So I recommend doing that as you go through the game. Hawaii, this isn't going to give me hardly anything. 630 gold. It would have helped me earlier in the game if I would have got a higher ranking. I would have unlocked, the 630 gold. But now for me to go back, it's not really worth my energy because these fish give me very little experience. Let's talk right now about what I think is the most exciting part of this game and what's really drawn me into playing it more, and that is the guild feature. I think they've done an excellent job on the guild feature, and it may not seem like it for a starting player, but that's the second tip I want to give you is join a guild as soon as possible. I forget the level requirement. I think it might be level 15. It might be 18. It might be 20. Somewhere in that range. As soon as you hit that, apply for a guild, even if it's a starter guild. What I would do instead of just applying for a random guild, I tried that, and the guild masters for those random guilds that the game chose for me to apply to, they didn't reply to my request for a while. So all I did is I said, are there any active guilds looking for, an active player willing to help out? And I got like 4 requests in chat right away. So I thought that was awesome. There are people talking in the normal chat, and it seems like a very friendly game. People are just talking about their lives and stuff like that quite often. You can see here these are kind of the achievements. The game was just updated, so there's a lot of new world records being caught. I think it just reset all the world records. This is pretty irregular. Um, but yeah, and then just join a guild, and let's talk about guilds, because guilds have a lot of bonuses, especially for a newer player. And what should you be doing in guilds? The coolest thing about guilds is the guild battle. And I don't know how long these guild battles have been out, but let me kind of break it down for you. I can't really look at the rules right now, I don't think. Let's see. No, I don't think there are any rules. But a shout out to my guild and for Didya Jr. He's the one who helped me and gave me some of these tips right off the bat to get me started in the game. Um, Basically, guilds, you're going to have one guild versus the other guild. Guilds can consist of up to 50 members. I believe it's 50. And basically for each map, so for Hawaii there was 3 different submaps. For each submap, there's a specific fish that is chosen, I think it's at random, that each guild has to go after. The top 5 biggest fish caught of that species on that map get added up for points. So the very biggest fish caught for whatever that's for both guilds. And I'll do a separate video and showcase this. It's pretty neat. The very biggest fish caught gets 5 points. The second biggest caught gets 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. And the last, so whatever guild has the most out of those available 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 points total for that map gets 1 point towards their total guild score. And whichever guild has the most total points towards their guild score. So one guild is going to get 1 point for each sub map available. So if you get a bigger fish than another opposing member and that pushes their points lower than yours for a sub map, you not only gain a point for your guild, you take away a point from the opposing guild. It's a little confusing, but the way it's done, everybody can participate, and I say that there's a little bit of a learning curve. You have to have big fish bonuses, which are you can totally get free to play, and I'll tell you how to get those and what kind of sub properties for your rod and reel you're looking for. Um, but I just think it's a really neat thing that you can go fish any level that you want and try to help your guild out. And when the guild battle's going on, I think they're 3 times a week. They're Fridays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, something like that. I think it's Friday, Monday, and Wednesday right now. So 3 guild battles a week, and each guild battle lasts for a day. And you're just fishing as much as you can to help your guild out. Every guild type fish you catch gets you a point towards uh, your guild contribution for that battle. Even if you lose, being in a guild battle and having somewhat of a contribution, here's the rewards right here, gets you really good bonuses. So here's one of the bonuses that's really important for this game. And Ditya Jr. told me about what I should be spending my guild points on. Let's talk about that next. Is this premium item reset ticket. So winning guild gets this if you're in the silver ranking guild league. My guild is, I don't know, probably pretty mediocre right now. We are a level 4 guild. So your guild shop can unlock as well. Let's take a look at the shop. Here's the shop. So your guild level depends on how strong your shop level can be. We cannot unlock to shop level 3 until we hit guild level 5. So how do you increase your guild level? You have to catch a certain number of fish. Every time somebody donates a fish, it doesn't matter what quality fish it is, how much it's worth, it counts as 1 fish donated. There's contribution scores in your guild for how many fish each person's donated, as well as how much money those fish earn. So the higher ranking fish and the end game fish, those people get more money, or the guild gets more money for those donations. So we can get some of these types of guild rewards once we unlock the next level, which is pretty neat. You're going to get guild points every time you donate a fish to the guild. So I recommend you do a lot of donating towards the guild because you're going to get guild points. You're going to need at least 6,000 guild points every week. This is my recommendation right here. And it comes from Ditya Jr., who helped me out in the guild. But it makes total sense. Whoops. Down here in the accessories, under the guild shop, you're always going to want to buy your premium power-up tickets and your premium item reset ticket. This resets once per week, and each of them costs 2,000 guild points. So every time you donate a fish, you get guild points. I'm going to recommend you buy these items every week. As far as this other stuff goes, yeah, you only get 3 premium EXP boosters. I don't think that's worth it unless you donate a ton of fish and you have extra stuff lying around. None of this stuff, I think you should mainly go after this. So that's 6,000 guild points. And for a medium to low level player, you have to donate quite a few fish, probably like 100 fish a week. Maybe a little more than that to get your 6,000. It depends on the quality. If you donate a higher quality fish or a higher star ranking fish, you get more guild points. But you can only buy one of these. Purchase limit, I haven't bought this yet, 0 of 1. So that's 2,000 guild points right there. And you can buy 10 premium power up tickets to power up your equipment. Uh, you can buy this twice. So I've already purchased this twice. I still need to get the premium item reset ticket. So that becomes important when you start talking about your equipment. Uh, what I'm going to recommend, let's take a look at my equipment. And this is kind of nice. Your tackle's right here, so if you just click your tackle, you can see all your equipment. There's two ways you can go about this game, and I don't know if I'm choosing it right as a free-to-play player, uh, the route I'm taking, but a lot of players, they purchase with just regular cash that you earn in the game. They'll purchase something like this wooden round rod, and it comes with 2 extra properties, 1 pearl slot, and they'll purchase those until they get the substat they're looking for. You know that this doesn't give you very much damage. Once you hit level 20, maybe 25, you're gonna get for free a plus 10. Oh, where is it? You're gonna get the plus 10 glass surf reel. It's gonna have different substats than mine. Mine came with rarity bonus, Minnetonka damage, and Hawaiian damage. These aren't very good substats. Personally, for me, going farther into this game, but it already comes plus 10. It's got 4,000 damage, so your freebies are going to have more damage than that other rod and reel I was just telling you about. So the wooden spinning reel and the wooden round rod. That's an option for a new player to buy and go for a big fish chance bonus. So if you get the big fish chance, I have one right here, big fish bonus. You can level this rod up to plus 10 and get a plus 10% big fish bonus. And you have to have a big fish bonus if you want to start catching S rank. It has to be pretty high if you want to start catching S rank or higher fish. I don't know exactly how it works. I've caught a few S rank fish with not that high of a big fish bonus, and your big fish bonus goes up if you are successful at casting your rod and actually time it perfectly. If you get a perfect, I think it's plus 15 big fish chance bonus. If you get a great, it's plus 10. And if you totally miss, which you shouldn't miss that often, yeah, you don't get any big fish chance bonus. But the more of these additional big fish bonuses you get, the better chance you have at helping your guild in guild battles, getting better rewards, and in getting those higher ranks, which we've seen in the fish list at the very beginning of the video. So this is one way to go about it. You can plus 10 this rod, and you can plus 10 a matching, and maybe you'll get lucky. If you get lucky and your plus 10 glass casting rod comes with a big fish bonus, and your glass casting reel comes with a big fish bonus, I think that's a very lucky pull. You should be very happy, and then you won't have to plus 10 a weaker rod. And the reason we go with a weaker rod is because it's easier. It takes less items to plus 10 that. So the way the equipment works, you probably know some of this. I don't know much about evolving equipment. If somebody could explain this to me in the comments below, I would be very grateful. I'll pass it on to the viewers. But you can get a grade 1 to 10. I don't understand how this works. If you can explain to me how when you combine 4 types of the same equipment, I understand that you get a 3-star, but how does the grading system work and how important are those grades towards endgame type equipment? Anyways, let's not talk about evolving your rod. What you're probably going to want to end up doing is powering up your rod. So you have multiple ways to power up your rod and reel. It's the same for rods and reels. You can just do a standard power up. If you say basic, it only costs gold, but it only increases your damage. So we didn't buy this rod so that we could have extra damage. We bought this rod because the big fish bonus would increase. The only way you can get your big fish bonus to increase is if you do a premium ticket. So right now, if I wanted to make this a +4, it would cost me 2 premium power-up tickets. Those are the premium power-up tickets which you can buy 10 times 2 through the guild shop every week. So 20 of those you can get for free every week. Not free, but you spend your guild points, which you should be donating fish to the guild anyways. You also get them through catching fish, so you will acquire some of these. I have 72 in my possession right now. So for a green 2-star wooden round rod, it's going to cost a lot less of these premium power-up tickets. You can also do it through cash. It only costs 4 cash. I am free to play and I've already accumulated 228 cash, so it wouldn't cost me that much to power this rod up. I'm already level 40, what did I say, 44 right now. So the reason I'm not spending any of my cash or premium power up tickets is because I'm saving until I hit level 50. Maybe I'm jumping around a little bit too much, but I'm saving till I hit level 50 because in the treasure chest here, this is how you get the better rods and reels. This is how you have the best chance. So here's a silver chest. I'm saving my 3 silver tickets because right now I can only get these ocean emerald rods and reels. They would be an increase for me. Here's the carbon casting rod and the carbon surf reel. They would be, about the same as I have. But once I hit level 50, I'm going to unlock better things to use. It's going to be rods and reels made for the Amazon level at level 50. The same for the lucky box as well. You're going to find a lot of these lucky keys from fishing. And you can also buy the silver keys for 775,000 gold. So I'm trying to save all my gold too. So I have even more of a chance of getting the level 50 items once they unlock with the silver chest. As a free-to-play player, that's my goal. But let me tell you right now, it's very difficult if you don't have good substats on your blue freebie reel as far as the damages for Mariana Trench, things of that nature. To it's a lot of grinding to get all the way to level 50. So I'm not going to recommend that for every free-to-play player or any player who wants to, just get the most out of the game, spending the least amount of money. If you want to spend some money, uh, what I would recommend is go for kind of the gold key package, and then you can open up some of those gold chests, hope for a really good rod, and then continue your game from there. Uh, the better the rod, the more it costs to repair. So they do have a durability, and you have to repair your rod after catching a certain amount of fish to continue using your rod and reel. But one thing about that is if you have to spend more on durability because you have to repair your rod more often, you're going to be spending less on the stronger lines. So let's just go here. You're going to have to buy a line and lures for each of these levels. Let's talk about what kind of lures make sense to use. From my experience, okay, this is another thing, time attack mission. You got 4 hours for any sub-level. You can choose these time attacks. And if you catch these 3 types of fish, you get a little bit bonus. These are only 1-star fish, so the bonus is really not very much. But if these were 5-star fish, you could get a pretty sizable bonus here, including when there's certain events going on, including cash for the game. So these are the basic equipment. So here's my durability. 6 out of 25 left. So I have to repair when that gets down to 0. So right now I can repair it. It cost me 2,850 gold. So I'm just going to do that. You can repair as often as you want. Those are my 2 pearls on those rods. And again, these are my freebie rods that I got. But what I was saying about your repair costs, if you're spending more repair costs because you have a stronger rod and reel, just by having a stronger rod and reel, you're not going to have to buy as expensive of line while you're fishing. So for me, I have these freebie rods and reels, and I'm fishing in end level, the highest level Mariana Trench. So I've been buying these metal lines. These things are expensive. I'm going to buy 20 right now. These cost 51,000 gold for 20 metal lines. You're not going to have to spend that much. You'll have to spend more on repair costs. So it's kind of an even trade. You're still going to be spending quite a bit of money and not earning as much money, whether you have a really good rod or a not so good rod. The lures. So let's go to the shop here. This will show us all the different lures you can buy. Hawaiian common lure. You know, from what I've witnessed, you have your standard lure, your basic lure here. From what I've witnessed, you can only catch 1-star and 2-star fish, maybe 3-star. I haven't used it that much, but you can't catch any of the very rare fish with the basic lure. And they're going to be a pretty low ranking anyways. They're going to be D, C, maybe B. You might be able to get an A ranking. It all depends on your big fish chance as well. So these Hawaiian common lures and Minnetonka common lures and Mariana common lures, they cost 21,000 compared to the rare lure down here, which is 24,000. Um, I did use. I feel like if you use the common lure, you have a chance to catch the bigger fish. They're not going to be a very high quality, not a very strong rarity, or big fish chance, 0-0. But you do have the chance to catch the rarer fish with those lures. So you can use them, or you can just turn around and sell them. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. If time is an issue, buy some stronger lures. Make sure you're not overdoing it on the line, but make sure you have strong enough line to handle the bigger fish if you're going with the more expensive lures. For me, I think it makes sense in most cases, unless you're targeting smaller fish for the guild battles or something like that, to go with the high-end lure for Hawaii. This is a question mark right here. 60,000 for 20 Minnetonka high-end lures. The high-end lures do catch some more bigger fish, but I didn't see the difference that great between the rare lures. I think if you're trying to save money, especially if you're free to play, uh, do mostly rare lure purchases. Use up these types of lures. It's all free stuff. If you get freebies, use them up. You can buy a few of them, especially if you're doing a tournament and it's a high-end fish. Um, Go ahead and buy some of these. But once you get to Mariana, these high-end lures cost real cash. Instead, you can't just buy them with gold. So I've been using all my rare lures, and I think the rare lures, they're just a better value overall. They give you quite a few of these, so I've used probably 40 of them in Mariana already just from getting them from rewards and from the fish list. They're pretty good, but I wouldn't waste too much money. I'd go with the Mariana Rare Lure and then go with the highest quality line that you can get away with. Don't risk it. If the boss fish is breaking off your lines, you want to catch those boss fish when they show up. So make sure you're buying the next grade up in line. Don't push it. Um, and I'll show you how the actual fishing goes in a separate video. I'll show you how to make the most of the power bar. And one thing that a lot of people are having problems with in this game, or that I had problems with, was a lag. This is a fast-paced game where you have to be paying attention and tapping to reel and holding to reel. And if you make a mistake for 1 second, if it's the wrong second when you're towards the end of your tension bar, you can lose the fish, and it can be very frustrating. So half a second of lag, if it just pops up at the wrong time, can make you lose a fish. And I've lost a few fish because of lag. You can use, for Samsung devices, there's a couple apps which you can slow down the frames per second, or not the frames per second, the quality, not quality, the resolution of the screen, things like that. I'll show you that in a separate video too, but it did help reduce the lag. It didn't totally take it away, and the lag only appears once in a while for me. And I'm using an S7 device. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. Moving on, I don't want to talk too much about pearls, except for the fact that when you disassemble items, one thing I've been doing, and I don't know if it's a smart thing or not. Uh, Somebody please correct me if there's a better way to get these pearls, or if this is not something a new player should be doing. But it seemed like a good idea to me. Is I'll buy these wooden spinning rods and reels. Doesn't matter. You can disassemble both of them. So I'll just buy one of these, 7,600. I don't care what stat it comes with really. Um, and then I'll come over here, I'll click it, I'll click disassemble. It's going to give me a 0-star white pearl. Like I said, I don't want to talk about pearls too much because there is a pretty decent guide out there on the pearls. But just by disassembling that, that gives me another pearl, and then I can just equip that pearl and earn pearl experience with it. Um, my plan is having as many pearls as I can, and I'll keep upgrading them. I have a lot of 2-star pearls, 3-star pearls. You're going to start collecting pearls. This is only a month's worth of my time playing, but I have so many higher end, and they're not higher end pearls. They're 3-star, 4-star pearls, stuff like that. But compared to a new player, I have probably quite a few. I'll just keep evolving these. So this is going to turn into a 1-star pearl. Cost me 3,000. And here's one tip I'd like to give you too. Okay, so you equip these pearls to your rod and reel. Down here I have a couple equipped. I have this 1-star pearl. Once this hits max level, it'll show an up arrow sign while I'm fishing. So I'll just quickly click my rod, click this pearl. Instead of saying unequipped, I'll just select this pearl. I'll hit exchange, and that's before I upgrade it. So if I have, you can see these are all max level already. If I just disassembled a bunch of items and I had these and they were all still 0%, I would just come in to them, equip them once. Once they get to max level, I would just select another pearl that's not max level. I'd hit exchange and then move on. So I'd get all these max level, and then I'll just come in here and I will evolve all those pearls at one time. Why that's important and you don't want to evolve them on your rod or reel is because when you evolve them on your rod or reel, then when you go to remove them, then it takes more money to remove them off your rod and reel. So you want to remove them at the lowest level, right when they're max. And when you're evolving these things, you're looking for good stats. Once you start collecting a lot of 1-star pearls, you're going to see what these white pearls are capable of. You could get freshwater fish damage 0.5%, 1%, 1.5%. So this is actually a pretty good one. But freshwater fish damage, that's really not what I'm looking for. It can help. There's either freshwater or saltwater, and right now, ooh, that is a good one right there. 1.42% experience bonus. So every time you have that equipped, you're going to get 1.42% experience bonus. That's one of the highest experience bonuses I've seen. And white pearls aren't going to get the biggest bonuses. It's going to be the black pearls. Gold pearls are in between. I'm already talking about pearls too much. But up here, so I'm going to level this one up. Up here is the amount of pearl experience you've gotten from people using your rep pearl. So once you get a good big fish bonus, if you're in a guild, I definitely recommend repping a pearl. So this crown right here is my big fish bonus. So I have a 1.1% chance big fish bonus. So whenever anybody uses my pearl, they'll have a better chance of catching a big fish. That's mainly what you're looking for in these guild battles. That's what other people want to see. Those are the pearls they want to use. So try to get a big fish bonus and do that. Speaking of that 1-star, and I already lost it. I had it selected there, that experience one. I was going to add some of this experience. So I have 6,000 right now. You can add this experience to any pearl whenever you want. See, that experience bonus is only 0.3%. So when you're upgrading one to a 2-star to a 3-star, you always want to start with one that has a good stat to begin with, would be my suggestion. And as far as what you add to that pearl, because you have to, there it is. So I'm going to add a bunch of experience to this one right now. It takes away 100 every time you click the add experience button, but this is a perfect pearl for me to max out this way and then feed some other pearls too. Now in the pearl guide video, he was talking about if you want a certain stat, then you would want to, so if I click, okay, that's max level now. Oh man. Now I gotta find it again. Oh, it should be right there. Nope, that's not it. He was talking about if you want to evolve a pearl and you want a certain stat, then you should select pearls with that stat. So if I wanted this experience pearl to have its second stat to be freshwater fish damage, then I would select 4 freshwater fish damage pearls, and I'd have a higher chance to get that substat as the second stat on my pearl that I'm evolving. I don't know if that's true, honestly. It seems like no matter what I do, I get something random that never appeared on any of the pearls to begin with. So if anybody has more information on that, let me know. I'm just going to feed junky pearls to this one, and we're just going to see what happens. Small fish damage plus 0.5%. We're going to throw that one on here. I'm going to save the gold bonus. Maybe I should throw some experience pearls on here just to see. Okay, here's an experience bonus plus 0.3. I don't know. What do we got? There's a gold bonus. I don't know. There's another experience bonus. Maybe I have enough experience bonuses to try out this theory. But honestly, I think it's random. I think one thing he got right, though, was if you're upgrading gold pearls, you should use gold pearls as feeding material to have a higher chance of getting a stronger substat. If you're leveling up the black pearls, you should use black pearls as experience. There. So I got a couple junky ones. I got 2 EXP ones. I'm okay with this. Let's just see what the substat's going to be. There'll be a 2-star pearl here. See, so I didn't have Amazon damage. I got additional Amazon damage plus 0.5%. So I'm okay with that because I'm going to be going to the Amazon anyways. That could help. 0.5% is not very good. What else is worth talking about? What can I talk about, help you guys out here? I think I already talked to you about what you should be purchasing. As far as using up you're going to be getting these premium experience boosters. They give you some of these as you're playing through the game. You get some extra bonuses in your mailbox daily. They give you daily rewards. You get stuff through guild battles. Go ahead and use it, I guess. Not really a big deal. You know, if you get a whole bunch of one of them, use it. One thing that's really cool is the hidden fish. How much do I want to talk about that? This video is probably already getting quite long. Let me explain that real quick. So you have an accessory on your rods as well. Here's the secret fishing spot. You're going to unlock that once you get to Minnetonka, Lake Minnetonka here. So the secret fishing spot, I've already completed these. It costs 2 energy, so it's great if you have a bunch of energy and you don't have time to use it up. Every time you catch a fish in the secret fishing spot here, or Mariana Trench, it's 2 energy as well. Lake Minnetonka, 2 energy. It uses up your energy really quickly, so it's a great place to just burn your energy. Plus, you get a lot of gold from doing this. You can't add these fish to your fish tank or add them to your guild fish tank for the guild points. You have to sell these fish, but what you want to do is when you're starting out in this level, start off with a common lure, so you only, because your accessory is going to be very low. Let's take a look at the accessory just so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. It comes with energy, accuracy, crit damage, and crit rate bonuses. It's right in your shop, in your tackle. Here's the accessory. You're going to have pearl powder. When you very first start out, you can't get a different accessory from everything I've read and everything that makes sense here. You just level up the accessory, which apparently is supposed to be at the end of your rod and reel. But okay, so your hit points, when you're fighting those fish in the hidden area, they're going to reduce your hit points by a certain percentage. I think it's every second. So the more hit points you have, the stronger fish you can land before they reduce your hit points and kill you. That's only in the hidden place. As far as accuracy goes, you're going to want to increase that too once you start missing on the bigger fish. You'll see the miss show up, and if the miss shows up while you're reeling in, you're not going to get any damage to that fish. So it's important that you're consistently getting damage on the fish so that you can take his hit points down before your hit points go down. So I just leveled these pretty similarly, hit points and accuracy. I just finished Lake Minnetonka, and the boss was very difficult. One tip is to use your fever mode, which you have once per day. You have to fill up the fever gauge, and then you can activate it once per day. And I think it's active right around 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes it's active. But it gives you plus 25% more damage. That plus 25% more damage can be huge when you're trying to catch that next biggest fish in the hidden area. If you're having trouble and your hit points is getting too low for the next biggest fish that you have to collect for the quest, uh, use that fever booster, that fever damage, and throw in a damage booster at that time too. That can help you a lot too. And then you got crit rate and crit damage, and I think these go and help you everywhere, not just in the hidden area. The accuracy and hit points is only for the violent fish in the hidden area. The crit rate and the crit damage, however, I believe you get crits in all the normal maps too. So I'd like to level these up more, but I just can't because I ran out of pearl powder. You get the pearl powder. The main way I've got the pearl powder is once you start collecting these fish. So when you first start, you're going to have to get these 3 violent fish. These are 1 stars. Then you get 51 pearl powder. Then you can choose how to level your accessory based on that pearl powder. Um, and then you're going to have to catch 2 starfish. And this last 1 starfish, you're going to get 58 more pearl powder. These amounts of pearl powder is not insignificant. That's what levels up your accessory. The only other way to get pearl powder is by disassembling your pearls. And you don't get a lot of pearl powder by disassembling pearls. And in general, you don't want to disassemble your pearls. You want to use your pearls to evolve your other pearls. So they definitely have it so that it's tricky enough that you're only going to get enough pearl powder to slightly make it to the next level if you're using the fever booster, or if you get a better rod and reel, you'll be able to do a lot more damage to these fish and deplete their hit points faster than yours go down. But I do recommend you get a lot of money for the bigger fish, especially once you start talking the paddlefish, the freshwater bass. It's really great. And one thing that's great about guilds also, and I was fortunate to get into this guild, and I think a lot of other guilds do the same thing, but they have guild bonuses. So like I was talking about, there's a certain amount of guild points. There's 2 different. You level up your guild. Every fish you catch goes towards 1 point towards leveling up the guild. Where is the bonuses? I'll have to click over here. But if you donate higher quality fish, you get more money donated towards the guild. So the guild has its own fund balance, and the guild spends that fund balance on power-ups, which are guild buffs for yourself. Normally, we have this gold bonus 60%. They'll spend the guild money. This is our balance here, and they'll spend that guild money and have this gold bonus going almost 24/7. Plus 60% gold goes a long ways. And again, we're like a medium level guild, and I appreciate everybody who donates the higher quality fish and their higher level players to have enough of a guild balance to have a gold bonus like this, because that helps the players just progress faster in the game by doing this. So a lot of guilds I think will have the gold bonus. I think it's a great thing. I don't know too much about the other bonuses if the guilds do them or not. But that's just one more reason you should join a guild early. 60% is pretty huge when it comes to gold. Again, gold is going to be very important to you. I'm waiting to level 50. You might want to just wait till you hit Mariana Trench, because once you hit Mariana Trench, it's going to be a while till you hit level 50, and then you can start using your gold on silver keys and pearl keys. Pearl keys cost 50,000 gold, and you have a chance to get some pretty awesome pearls. You can get the gold ones. You can't get the black pearls, the really rare pearls, unless you spend real cash. So again, I'm saving cash to decide what the best use of that will be later on in the game. I'm not totally sure yet. I'll probably be using the cash to open some gold treasure chests, or we'll see. Actually, I'll probably be using it to power up whatever equipment I get at level 50 from these treasure chests. Um, but anyways, the more money you have, you can buy the silver keys for 75,000. So you'll be able to get rod and reel upgrades by having more money. So the more money you can save by using the minimum amount of line, uh, and getting gold bonuses, participating in the events. The events are similar in a lot of free-to-play games. They have this notice here which can take you to the event page. Also, when you're fishing, when you're in the world map, there's an event page button. So I think I threw a lot at you right there. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you liked it and you actually got something out of this video, or you'd like to see me make some more videos about this, or like, comment, subscribe, put in the comments if I got anything wrong, if you have any other videos or pages you'd like to suggest that would help with this game, because like I said, there's very few videos or guides of any sort out there for ace fishing wild catch here, and people just don't know what to do in this game. I think that's one of the biggest problems, and why it doesn't have more players right now is because it's a little bit intimidating. People don't know what they should be doing, and so if you got any suggestions, post them below. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will talk to you next time. Free to play gaming signing out for now.